submitted by the citizen Mr. Glenn Martain Gray against Commissioner Nelson. A copy of said complaint has been placed before the commission on the dais. I will read the complaint. The ethics complaint specifically regarding Mr. Commissioner Nelson into the record, as well as my response to that ethics complaint, and I will have a copy of that response provided, one, read into the record in its entirety, but two, also provided to the commission once it has been placed on letterhead and I have signed. So I will begin with reading the actual complaint. Give me one moment. It's as if he was still speaking, so I'll put everything on the record as far as. All right. And for the commission, it would be page 4 in your packet. Ethics complaint against Commissioner Alvin Nelson, dated September 8th, 2025. Complainant is Glenn Martain Gray, 1304 Swanee Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. I'll refrain from listing both the personal phone number and email address of Mr. Gray at this time. Respondent should be Commissioner Alvin Nelson, District 5. Subject, false public statement regarding GBI involvement in ethics case 2024-001. This complaint has been outlined in 5 sections. I'll begin with the introduction. This complaint is submitted pursuant to the City of Waycross Code of Ethics, Section 2-167, and the Georgia Municipal Association's Code of Ethics for elected officials. It addresses false statements by Commissioner Alvin Nelson, misrepresenting the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, their role in the ethics case 2024-001. Section 2, factual background. As stated by Mr. Gray, on or about June 25th, Commissioner Alvin Nelson sent a text message dated Wednesday, 10:58 a.m., see attached exhibit, stating the GBI concluded several weeks ago that the only credit card violations came from Felder. Her misuse is well over the prosecutorial level. Again, no one else at City Hall is in violation, end quote. The statement was false. The City Commission voted to accept a GBI referral on January 7, 2025, but the referral was never sent, meaning no GBI review or conclusion has occurred in ethics case 2024-001. Nelson's false statement, made via a public communication channel, sought to sway public opinion by involving the GBI's authority, falsely suggesting a neutral investigation cleared all other commissioners and staff. This public accusation has caused potential harm to Commissioner Felder's reputation by labeling her as a sole violator without evidence, exposing her to undue scrutiny and defamation. Part 3, ethical violations, misrepresentation and deception, knowingly claiming a non-existent GBI conclusion misled the public, breach of public trust, misusing a state's authority to spread falsehoods, erodes confidence in local government and in law enforcement, improper influence of public opinion. As a commissioner, his statements carry weight, and their misuse damages the office's integrity. Violation of Waycross Ordinance 2-167D requires commissioners to uphold honesty, integrity, and impartiality. Violation of GMA Code of Ethics mandates truthfulness, fostering public confidence, and avoiding conduct that undermines trust. Section 4, relief requested. Public censure of Commissioner Nelson for knowingly making false statements about GBI involvement. Mandatory public apology at a city commission meeting, explicitly stating he, quote, lied, unquote, to the public and must use, quote, lie, or, quote, lie, end quote, or, quote, lied, end quote, avoiding diluted substitutes such as, quote unquote, misled or, quote unquote, misunderstood. Formal referral to the GBI to investigate potential violations of OCGA 20-20, false statements and writings, OCGA 16-10-23, impersonating a public officer or agency by invoking GBI authority. Such referral should allow an independent agency to determine intent and assess possible criminal liability. Section 5, the conclusion. Commissioner Alvin Nelson knowingly misrepresented a GBI investigation that never occurred, damaging public trust in both local government and the GBI. His false accusations against Commissioner Felder further harmed her reputation. Public censure, a direct apology, and a GBI referral are necessary steps to restore transparency, accountability, and credibility in Waycross governance. Submitted by Glenn M. Gray, 1304 Swanee Drive, Waycross, Georgia, 31501. And that is the end of the complaint being read into the record against Commissioner Alvin Nelson, submitted by complainant Glenn Martain Gray. Next, for the record, I will read the response into the record.
Point of order, Mayor.
This point of order called by Commissioner Felder on either procedural matter.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Attorney Green?
Yes.
If you would, so that it is in the record, before you proceed with the next complaint that Mr. Glenn Gray submitted, could you please read for the record the post or the communication that Commissioner Nelson sent out regarding me?
To be clear, it is the exhibit that was attached to the complaint.
That is correct.
I don't have a question.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for the commission, it is page 6. That is the attachment. The attachment states, giving you a head start, the federal trial will start June 16th. It will probably be at courthouse. The GBI concluded several weeks ago that the only credit card violations came from Felder. Her misuse is well over prosecutional level. Again, no one else at City Hall in violation. It states Alvin Nelson at the top. However, the recipient or respondent is not listed.
I have a question.
Yes.
A follow-up question. Thank you.
Yes.
And this is to both you and Attorney Spearman. Do you have the report submitted to the GBI? It's because there should be a report, correct? For this GBI referral that's being stated in this exhibit, this communication exhibit. So is there a report that this city has?
On point of order, Mr. Mayor. She's trying a case. He complained, and he's not here, and it's not a time for litigation. I can defend myself.
So what we're hearing now, I have a point of order on the table, and there was a note regarding a request of a GBI report that was expressly stated in the formal papers that there was no such thing. It's what we were hearing. Now there's a question of the same information to be presented, and now the commissioner who's noting that he has the right to wait until litigation or until there's a time of sitting before a hearing, before going through this to litigate it in the public sphere at this time.
Mr. Mayor, if I may speak.
Yes, sir.
The city attorney, Ms. Green, is going to address the point that Mr. Nelson made, I believe, in her response. So we need to give her an opportunity to provide that response.
Sir.
As to Commissioner Felder's request about the GBI report, all Ms. Green is doing is presenting what was presented to the city. So if there was no report attached to Mr. Gray's report, then there's none for her to present. So all she's doing is presenting the packet of information that was presented to the city, and now she's about to provide her response.
Very good.
Regarding ethics complaint against Commissioner Alvin Nelson, dear Mr. Gray, this letter is in response to your ethics complaint against Commissioner Alvin Nelson dated September 8th, 2025, filed with the city clerk, Mrs. Jacqueline Powell, on September 8th, 2025. The basis of your complaint is that, quote, it addresses false allegations by Commissioner Alvin Nelson misrepresenting the Georgia Bureau of Investigation's role in ethics case 2024-001, end quote. Further, you allege that, quote, Nelson's false statement made via a public communication channel sought to sway public opinion by invoking the GBI's authority, falsely suggesting a neutral investigation cleared all of the commissioners and staff, end quote. As legal advisor to the Board of Ethics, City Code Section 2-167B4D2, I must respectfully advise you that your complaint is not a proper complaint that can be pursued at this time because of pending investigation in ethics case 2024-001 that was referred to the city court. As you know, the City Commission voted to refer the case to the City Court for prosecution with the stipulation that the police chief and prosecutor contact the GPI for further investigation into the matter. The results of the referral to City Court and investigation by the GBI are still pending. It would be inappropriate to begin a parallel investigation into this matter by a newly constituted Board of Ethics in derogation of the case being handled through the municipal court and GBI if brought in by the prosecutor. Regardless of any opinions expressed by any citizens, including any commissioners, this matter must be resolved through the city court for a final determination of the facts and who must bear culpability for violation of the city code. The truth or falsity of the statements cannot be determined until the matter has reached resolution through the courts. In addition, the city's code of ethics discourages the filing of ethics complaints solely for political purposes. City Code 2-167B2. Your complaint, under the circumstances, could easily be construed as having been filed for political purposes, even though you articulate there are other reasons for filing at this time. As you alluded in your complaint, there should be a neutral investigation regarding case number 2024-001, and it should not be tainted by the filing of a parallel Board of Ethics complaint regarding the same issues. In conclusion, in my capacity as a legal advisor to the Board of Ethics, I'm advising that your complaint is not yet ripe for further processing, considering the related case currently pending in City Court. Further, I'm advising that you should consider waiting until after the outcome of the case 2024-001 before pursuing this matter, if at all. By a copy of this letter, I am notifying the Waycross City Commission of the foregoing. Also, pursuant to your request for your ethics complaint to become a part of the public record, please be advised that your complaint and this response letter will be filed with the city clerk in the file containing the Board of Ethics complaints. Sincerely, Cheslin M. Green, City Attorney, City of Waycross. CMG, CC, Waycross City Commission.
Very good. Thank you. Any further matters?
Thank you, Ms. Green. Mr. Mayor, I do have a question. I didn't write it down. I was speaking about the GBI investigation. Maybe the city attorney can clear it. So we already had a credit card violation. If they come back and then double tap on that, what happens then? Just curious. Do we know? Can I ask that question?
If there's another investigation by the GBI.
If the GBI, when they come in, we've already identified that we misused the credit cards or something, and they find that too, is that another whole? How does that work?
Well, remember, when the case was referred to municipal court, the motion was that the police chief and the solicitor, the prosecutor in municipal court, contact the GBI to investigate credit card use. So that's where it's pending, and whether or not the solicitor is going to bring in the GBI or not, we don't know. That's just the solicitor's call.
Okay.
So, there could be another investigation by the GBI and the solicitor. There could not be.
Gotcha.
So, I think that's the reason for Ms. Green's letter. The matter is just pending before municipal court, and we have to wait to see what the solicitor's going to do with it.
So what we're hearing over and over again is that once it has been turned over to the courts, it's out of our hands until such time as they make a disposition or a call for that to.
That is correct, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. City Attorney. Mr. Mayor, for the city manager report, I want to have a few items. So first, I want to, I had a question about an open records request that I'll talk about here. By statute, Open Records Act, we have 72 hours to respond to open records requests, which we have maintained 100% compliance to the open records request by my staff. The city clerk is not responsible for the material enclosed in the open records. She's only responsible for gathering information and sending it back to the requester. I think that's some of our citizens are confused about that process. So she does not collect, I mean, she collects information, but she does not put it together. She's not a financial expert. She's not a city manager. She only does the collaboration of the documents as requested and sends it back. Secondly, the city as a whole, we're not responsible for creating documents. So just because you do not agree with the document that you received that you asked for, it's not my job to create something that you want or that we don't have, making that clear. And with that, I did speak to the team. I went back and looked at all of our open record requests, and again, they met the 72-hour mark, and some as far as the initial response. And in a couple cases, when dealing with a few of the attorneys, we did request additional time because of the legal importance, and they gave us additional time. So I think with 3 cases of that, I'll make that clear to the commission moving forward. Next, Mr. Mayor, and why pause there, Mr. Mayor? Any question on that? Okay. Okay. Next, Mr. Mayor, and this is just more of a, this time last year we were having this meeting with weather outside, and I know you're going to cover